Travels, Porto, Portugal. Hello. This was going to be fun, meeting up with friends for a few days. We all arrived safely from the UK and Italy. It's easy into town with a great rail service. Our adventure begins. For sure we would eat well. With the map, the two of us got the job of planning directions. This was a great market, seemed to sell just about everything, naturally including port. Wonderful garlic. Lovely shops. The Majestic has wonderful history going back to the Elite Cafe in 1921. Porto abounds with interesting buildings and architecture. Busy and interesting to stroll around. 18th century, completed in 1739. Portuguese journalist and writer. The cathedral and square is beautiful. Completed in the 13th century, it has an interesting history. A lovely building with an unusually narrow nave. Being in the historical centre of the city, it offers great views over Porto. The whole quarter is full of narrow walkways leading down to the river. We found a great place to eat with naturally Portuguese sardines and wine. Porto, with its hills and narrow streets, is always nice to stroll. Famous for its wine, is also known for its many churches. The streets were busy and decorated in readiness for a big event. The main square, it was alive with music for a couple of days until well in the early hours of the morning. People were heading to the waterfront to get the best positions for the fireworks. It was the festival of St. John of Porto. It was crazy. Everyone had these plastic hammers and would tap you on the head with them. All the restaurants, bars, cafes were full with people having fun. If they didn't have a hammer, they would tap you with a garlic plant. In the end, we found a table, wine, and some food. People also light hot air balloons, which float high in the sky. Made of paper, they are amazing. This is a family setting off their hot air balloon. Time to join the crowd and head to the waterfront for the fireworks. After many a tap on the head from a hammer, we found a place to stand. A bit of a madhouse, but fun. A great and colourful display. The fun continued till the early hours. The next morning, coffee was very welcome. The old town from the other side of the bridge. Great views. A master's, the cable car gave us free wine tasting. The city's got a great tram and rail service. The entrance hall to the main station is magnificent. Some of the buildings are own tone. The day after the festival, we could only find one restaurant open for lunch. It was great. Built in the 17th century and dedicated to Saint Anthony. The 19th century. Porto is a lovely city to explore at night with all the lights. '20th century, but in the classic style of the 18th century. We had a wander around the main shopping area before heading off for the beach. It was easy to take a train to the beach with its miles of white sand. Big decision. Not all of us like the sun. Time to wander. Two churches, separated by a house only a metre wide. You can see the door and the two windows of the house between the churches. Apparently, a law stated that two churches could not share a common wall. A lovely building overlooking the square. A famous bookshop, its history dating back to 1869. It's like going back in history and well worth a visit. Construction began in 1732. The church and its bell tower are visible from so many parts of the city, one can only be impressed. All trips have to come to an end. We just have time for lunch before we have to head to the airport. As always, great food and wine. It's been great company and a great city to visit. I hope you enjoyed Porto. Neil.